So what's the best way to learn a language? Well, I don't think there's any one best method, but I was fortunate enough recently to be invited to a seminar by world-renowned second language acquisition guru, Dr. Stephen Krashen. You can Google him, that's Krashen. Apart from being a brilliant linguist and just loves languages, he's really a great presenter and a fun guy to listen to and get inspired about learning languages. The thing that he really enforced is, one, we can only learn what we can understand, and you got to have fun. And I got to agree with him. When I learn a new language, I feel like I have electricity going through my body. I go down to the bookstore and I'll try and buy every book that I can find that's in the language and about the language. I'll read through the books and devour them, but sometimes I don't even understand what I'm reading, but it doesn't matter. I know that it's all going into the back of my mind and it will be working, and sooner or later it's going to come out as the language. Another trick that I like to do, and you can use this, if you're learning a new language, you need to find two native speakers of that language. So you have A and B. They don't know that you're using the other person, and you play them off of each other. So I'll go and I'll speak and learn some of the language from person A, and then after a while, I'll get them to teach me something that somebody just learning the language shouldn't know. Something that's very advanced, or it might be slang, or something that you just don't normally hear from a fresh learner of the language. Then I'll go over to person B, and they don't know that I've spoken to this person, and just in a conversation as I'm learning from them, I'll throw something in. And they say, "Where did you learn that from?" Now, psychologically, as soon as they're surprised at hearing that thing that's come out of our mouths, that starts to give us motivation, and we feel, our language is actually impressing people. And then when they come, and they'll start to set the bar higher at what they teach us. So then we learn something new from them that's at a higher level. Next time we speak to person A again, we go and talk and just say it in passing what we learned, and that person's blown away. Where did you learn that from? And this has a few good effects. The number one effect, it gives us positive motivation. We start to really enjoy learning the languages. The other thing that it does, though, is that it sets the bar higher and higher so that you start to learn the real language that the people speak, rather than the ideal that they like to teach beginners of the language. So is there any one method to learn the language? I don't think so, but the main thing is you really, really have to enjoy the language, and you got to have fun when you're learning it. Don't make it a chore. So where did I learn my languages from? Well, I don't want to go into all of them, but here's a few. Quando ero un bambino, il mio nonno ha usato giocare con me in molte lingue. E la lingua che piace di più è l'italiano. Lui era un DJ del programma italiano della stazione radio 2SM in Australia, con un'altra signora si chiama Franca Renna. Cuando fui un estudiante en la universidad, yo tenía muchos amigos de Sudamérica, argentinos, peruanos, uruguayos, y yo tenía novia de Chile para cerca de 4 años. Ahora vivo en Tailandia y no tengo muchas oportunidades para hablar en español, pero desde trabajando de Miss Universe este año en Vietnam, tengo inspiración de nuevo para hablar. Nihongo. 僕の日本語上手じゃないけど、日本語の新聞を読むときは大体 70% わかる。なんでかというと、中国語わかるから、漢字の意味がわかるからです。だけど、日本語には訓読みと音読みがあるから、特に難しいと思う。हिंदी देखो, मेरा सरनेम राज है, भारतीय सरनेम है ना, मेरा पापा का जन्म फिजी में हुआ था, लेकिन अभी ऑस्ट्रेलिया में रहते हैं। जब छोटे पापा उनके परिवार के साथ हिंदी में बात क्या करते थे, पर हम बच्चों अंग्रेजी ही बात करते थे। अभी हिंदी और संस्कृत का मुझे बाकी भाषा सीखने में मदद करते हैं। Tiếng Việt. Năm này tôi đã đến Việt Nam làm việc với ban tổ chức Hoa hậu Huân Vũ ở Nha Trang 2 tuần. Theo tôi, tiếng Việt nghe rất giống tiếng Quảng Đông và một vài từ rất giống tiếng Thái. Tôi hy vọng rằng sau này tôi có thể nói tiếng Việt một cách trống chảy. So there you have it. It's just a few of the languages, and you can see that they're all at different levels. The main thing is that we use the language to get into the hearts of the people that use the language. I can remember when I was at school and my career advisor was giving advice on what to do if I was going into a career with languages, and you had two choices. You were going to be a teacher or you're going to be a translator-interpreter. Well, I love teaching and I love interpreting and translating, but there's so much more. Over the past year, I've worked with the women of Miss Universe, I've been out on oil rigs in the middle of the ocean, and now the oil companies have trained me up to be a health, safety and environmental specialist so I can go in and work with the people on the ground and do things that no expat has really been able to do before and communicate it back up to the top. FMCG companies and modern trade companies, one of the world's biggest beverage companies. I have regular work with them all over the region. Automotive companies, pharmaceutical companies, NGOs, banks, and governments and United Nations agencies, and the list goes on. All these people are seeing that language culture mixed with just normal human relations skills are worth so much to them. And so I'd really encourage anybody that's into languages, learn it for the love of the language, but there's a lot you can do with it and you can make it really worthwhile for yourself. If you have any questions, there's going to be more videos to come in the future, but send your questions to my email. I haven't done sign language yet, so let's do it. So my email is STUJAY, or in Australian, STUJAY. Well, let's do Morse code. What would that be? Stujay at, that's at in Morse code, Hotmail, .com. Okay, just to throw it in there. Morse code isn't another language, but it's fun anyway. That's all for now. I look forward to your emails. Send them through and stay tuned for the next episode.